Hey, what's up, guys? It's your girl Celeste. Signed by Celeste is my notary name, and this is Holy Ship and Print. Okay, no problem.
I gotta do something on here like started on
Yeah, you can request them. For today.
it. Should be full like that.
Okay. I believe I have all four right here for you.
I was getting on your nerves.
No.
I saw. Yeah, I'm gonna cancel. I'm gonna stop these. Don't have them start doing these. Just
Okay, no problem. So, did you already request them?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's why I'm just doing this. I'm supposed to see your ID, but once I know you, I know you.
Okay, just so you can do this. Just so you ain't seen nothing.
Perfect. I appreciate you.
All right.
You as well. Thank you. All right. I thought I actually turned this off, but since I didn't, okay. So that was real. One of my mailbox customers came in to pick up their mail. Let's move forward. I believe I was saying that one of the ways to get the account with the Postal Service is through Indicia. You can also use stamps.com. And there are plenty of ways, but I would go through the channels of looking through Postalmate, and then there are a couple other shippers that are offered, or softwares that are offered through RSA. I'm not sure if Shipwright is with them or not. I don't want to, please don't quote me on anything incorrect, but look into all of those and see what works for you. So you want to basically try to become a one-stop shop for people who want to utilize shipping services. Dropping off packages is a large part of our business. So you want to make sure that you can accept UPS packages, which is largely used by Amazon and other shippers for returns. You want to be able to accept FedEx drop-offs, which also pay us. They both pay us when the customer drops them off. They have their own label. You scan that label, give them a receipt, and they have dropped it off with you, and you get paid a small percentage for, not percentage, but a small amount for them utilizing your services in your facility to drop those packages. So once they get picked up and scanned, those are scanned in as drop-offs for that company, for for your company, and eventually, with the way that they pay 30 days, 45 days, you will get paid eventually for the accumulation of those packages. Another way that we get paid and utilize services or offer services to people that are in-house and make sense for their businesses is printing. Printing is a large portion of my business, whether it is black and white copies, which I would say to call your local library to see what they charge for printing, because that is one of the ways that you can make sure that you're getting the most and giving the most to the customer. Because if you just call like a FedEx store or a UPS store, you're only going to get so many of their clients without them knowing your business and starting to move everything over to your business. So you want to compare their prices, start there, and assume that they're a little high. So you want to call them, you want to call Office Max and Office Depot. If there's an Office Max near you, a lot of those turned into Office Depot, I believe, like Staples and things like that, that are near you. Office supply stores and printing shops, to see what they're charging for their print services, so that you're not overpriced and you can be competitive. I found that the price that I was getting from FedEx and UPS in my area were a little higher than the library. So those clients who were going to the library to print but needed a little bit more help, like assistance with their email, assistance with like the graphics on something they were trying to print, or upgraded paper. They can utilize our services and they need our services. They just don't want to pay our price for it. So if you can figure out that a ream of paper averages out to about 3 cents a page, or whatever the cost is per page for the paper itself, and then you calculate what black and white ink or color ink costs you per page to print, then you can come up with a fair rate for printing. Hi there, you have an appointment today?
I'm sorry?
You have an appointment today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if you could just sign in. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I just finished doing my last fingerprint of the day. Speaking of fingerprinting, that is another thing that we do or can offer in our locations. I am a notary. I also have partnerships with other contracts for the state. So I looked for other partnerships that I could join, that one would not cost me anything, and two would bring traffic into my business. So Fingerprint has been a major ad in the sense that it brings several people through the doors multiple times per day, multiple times per week, and it keeps the traffic flowing, and also allows me to make a little bit of money each day with each of those appointments. It may be a small amount, and some people decide to weigh whether or not this is something that they actually want to do because of the amount per transaction. But the way that I describe this is the amount per transaction can grow to infinity because you can gain a client from that interaction. So do it properly, and you can expand the amount that you're getting for those few minutes into a long-term customer. So that's my advice with companies like Fingerprint. Fingerprint is a live scan company. They also do I-9, and so they do fingerprinting, live scan, which means no ink. It is done on a pad that's like a computer, and it gets uploaded directly. And then they also offer I-9s, which is uploading the person's identification for a job or whatever industry they may be into. So usually I am working with financial industry clientele, education industry, and government industry, and so basically like police officers, people that work for the federal government and state government, and also nurses and medical assistants, medical field, medical industry personnel. So those industries require background checks, they require verification of identity, they require, they ask a citizenship question, all these different verifications to make sure that their employees are who they say they are, and that they have been on the up and up, and we are a part of that process. So that is Fingerprint. There are other ways to do live scan. I know some people do Certifix. There's also others that you can partner with, and they will send you equipment if you are, in an area that requires that service, and it's not oversaturated. So look into services like that. Again, I've mentioned multiple times that I'm a notary. Not every shipping store owner is a notary, but if you think about your competition, or not even competition, if you don't want to consider like the FedEx ship centers or UPS ship centers your competition, because you are different than them, you do offer more services than they do because you offer other shipping services, and they usually offer their own. So you can look into what it is that those companies offer and try to be competitive in nature, in the sense that you want to offer those same services, but give the convenience, give the customer something that puts your service over the edge versus theirs. So it could be convenience, it could be price, it could be customer service, because that's a huge one in my area. Some of the people who used to go to I'm not going to name them, but some of the shipping services that they could use, whether it was USPS, FedEx store, UPS, they felt like a number, or they felt unseen. They were in long lines, or the person who was helping them had a long day, or whatever the case. They don't get that treatment here. You don't get that service here. You're going to get customer service as if you are my first and only customer of the day, the only person who chose my business. That is how I treat my clients. So I want them to understand my customer service skills started when I was a teenager in 1995. So, I mean, I dated myself there, but I've been in customer service for 30 years already. So I definitely don't take it lightly, and I was trained a little differently when I was in other retail locations and customer service positions. So I take that very seriously, and I carry that over into my business, and I make sure that the difference between my service and theirs, if it can't be price, if it can't be location, if it can't be, that I have multiple staff members so that you can get helped by, this person, that person, or the other. If it's only me, if it's only my place, and if I can only do so much with the price, then you're going to get excellent customer service, because that is something I can always give. It doesn't cost me anything extra, and it will leave a lasting impression. So since I know that has been one of the ways that I've gotten and kept a lot of my clients. So that's another tip. I don't know if I'm counting tips or how many I plan to give in this video, but I just wanted to kind of give an overview of what it is that we do here at Holy Ship and what you all can do with your independent shipping stores. We sort through mail. We use Anytime Mailbox. We use iPostal. Those are the two virtual services that I am signed on with, that I have mailbox clients through. That is where the majority of the mail that I sort comes from. I do have personal mailboxes and private business mailboxes. I do have renters in my boxes, but they don't make up but about 10% of my business at this time. I am working on building more clientele for my mailboxes. That is what my goal is for 2025, is to have at least 100 mailbox renters by the end of this year. If I don't have that, I'm going to shoot for 75, but I want to go over 100, of course, but my goal is 100 at this time. That would allow me to get close to covering the rent for this storefront, which would mean that then Fingerprint and fingerprints and any shipping and anybody renting a computer, because I have rental computers, anybody doing any regular printing, anyone doing anything that I offer, anybody buying anything from my gift areas, all of that would then go towards me actually making a profit. So 100 is the goal. It is not the end goal. It's just the goal for this year. And I think that is very doable. 10 per month for the next 10 months sounds very doable to me, because I did get in this last year, in these first few months of January, February, so far I have 5 new renters, but I need 100. So 10 a month from here on will get me there. So that is just a little bit about Holy Ship, just kind of checking in. It is February, it's mid-February, it's the week after Valentine's Day, and I am just kind of giving an update. I have been trucking along. I'm excited about my business. It is not a get-rich-quick scheme. I needed to say that in the beginning so that anybody who was listening for that could have saved themselves, the rest of this time, because it's not a get-rich-quick business. This is a business you have to be committed to. And I'll talk a little bit more about how I didn't even understand what I was getting into when I started this business, because it's not just handling mail. It's relationship building and holding people's hands and, giving out hugs, at least here. That's what happens, because we're starting a connection and we're starting at least a semi-permanent partnership. And I want to make sure you understand how available I am to you for starting your business, for using services, for learning things that I learned the hard way. You will kind of get me a little bit when you start your mailbox here at our location. You wind up getting the knowledge that I've gained for over 25 years being an entrepreneur. So it's invaluable for that little $25 to $45 a month, depending on what type of services you need. It's kind of invaluable because you're getting a mentor in a way. Obviously, you can't isolate me and utilize my time like a one-on-one like my other clients, but you do get some insight. So that is just me giving y'all an update at Holy Ship. I actually did something great today. There was someone who does videos in my neighborhood, and she had come out to meet me, and we set a date to sit down and talk here at the business so that she could showcase my business in some of the local Facebook groups, and also on her YouTube page and in some other larger groups. And I'm super excited about that. So we did that recording, got that out of the way. That was something I was anticipating for the week. So I'm glad that happened. And I officially, early last month, became a FedEx Ship Center. I was kind of taken through the ringers a little bit for a while, because I started that process in July of last year. But now I know how to get people through it a lot faster than what I went through, because I know what I think I know at this point. I think I know every red flag, every reason that they could potentially have you resubmit, and I can get you through those hurdles without you having to deal with a back and forth. So if y'all need some help becoming an authorized FedEx Ship Center, I think I know all the rules. I had to learn them in order to become one. So hit me up if you need any help. I'm going to just say like and subscribe. Definitely hit that notification bell so that you know when I do another video. This one's gonna be kind of raw. I have another video coming out that's a little more edited, and it's got probably some of this same information in it. However, it's going to be displayed with some of the work that I've done. I have had large print jobs that have gotten me through a month of being at this business. So I definitely plan to showcase that in some of the videos. So again, if you want to learn more about some of the things that I think are important in this industry, definitely like and subscribe to the video so that you can see some of the next ones, which hopefully will be coming up. Like I said, they're a little more edited. I just kind of wanted to sit down and talk to y'all today. So I will stop jabbering now and just thank y'all for watching my video. And I look forward to seeing you guys at the next one.